What's going on, YouTube? It's a beautiful day here in Ohio. It's a fucking balmy 90 degrees. Fucking sweating my ass off on the way home. But I got a good rant subject, I guess, today, because not a whole lot of news going on, but 3 or 4 times randomly throughout the day, either off Twitter, X, and off YouTube videos, I catch some random political shit, and I don't know which one's more annoying, to be honest. The fact that everything seems to be slowly declining, whether it's economically or politically. I feel like everything's kind of going to shit a little bit. Not to be all downer about it, but you know what I mean. It's not looking up, I would say, in most ways. And I don't know if it's worse that that's happening or the whole time it's happening. I got a motherfucker in my ear telling me everything's better than ever, everything's great, just we're on the right path, just keep it moving. And it's like I said, I just don't even know what to think when I hear somebody say it. It's like there's a group of people apparently, and I don't necessarily know if it's it's in 2 different realms. Either you can find it politically and political affiliation or economically. I mean, there's definitely these people that are like wealthy beyond your comprehension, and they just have no idea what it's even like anymore to worry about money or have to worry about providing for your family or something, I guess. I don't know. I get that one person's personal experience or whatever isn't economic data, and you can't do things off how people feel all the time necessarily. Like I'm fully aware of that. I get that. That's great. We don't want to be emotional with our economic choices and things like that. But I don't know, what's the saying? Something about that, like a one-off is like an anecdote, and a bunch of anecdotes don't make data. So it's like you don't want to just take what people feel and turn that into what is actually happening, because that's not always true. But I honestly do wonder sometimes, at what point does it become, hey, almost every single person I talk to that's around my age, even those older than me, are like, yeah, man, it's crazy. It's tough out there. Housing prices are crazy. The bills are crazy. All my expenses are through the roof. I got a little bit of a raise, but like definitely not as much. Everything's more expensive than it was a year or 2 ago. And literally almost every person I talk to is like that. And then you get on Twitter and you got motherfuckers being like, well, the unemployment rate is 4%, and that's the lowest it's been. It's like, yes, great. But how is everybody still struggling then? And like I said, I'm not, obviously my group of people that I talk to isn't the whole United States. So in general, I'm talking here. So it's just wild, because I don't see very many regular people doing well right now. Meanwhile, you got the richest people in the world acting like everything's great, and we're on the right course, and we're just and they think you're doing great somehow, which is really baffling. Is you got the person who's actually struggling saying they're struggling. Meanwhile, we got the Fed chair guy coming out, the multi-millionaire, I'm sure at this point, political Fed chair guy, saying unemployment's the lowest it's been in a long time, and it's holding there, so we're looking good. It's like, dude, no, the data, yeah, your data's looking good. I don't trust your fucking data at all. I don't trust it as far as I can throw it. And then even on top of that, I was watching my boy Clear Value Tax right before I left work today, and he's talking about his old videos about Supreme Court justice. I don't know if you know anything about the Supreme Court, but I know the one guy I know a couple of them, but the one dude, Clarence Thomas, he's a conservative Supreme Court justice, whatever. But he was talking about all the money he's gotten in gifts and shit like that. And they have to disclose their gifts and blah, 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 like normal politicians have to disclose everything they do, but they can just do whatever they want, apparently, if they disclose it. You shouldn't be able to fucking get gifts if you're a Supreme Court justice. I don't even know why that's allowed. Fucking cut that shit. What the fuck? I don't know how much money they make, but I'm sure it's plenty. And then you'll make plenty on the fucking dumbass book deal you'll sign afterwards. You're good on money. You're supposed to recuse yourself, I guess, if your interests are too involved. But he's talking about all the money he's basically been gifted. His kids, his grandsons or something have got their college paid for. He goes on vacations. And it's just like, Jesus Christ, man. Like, one, that's annoying, obviously. But it's not even just a one-off thing. I mean, literally. And then you got motherfuckers driving Ferraris. I'm sure he's doing great. I'm sure he's not worried about inflation over there in the Ferrari. But I'm baffled by the amount of like blatant corruption and shit we have going on in our politics, and by proxy our economy, because I mean at this point our government basically just controls the economic system through the Fed. But it's literally, and it's not even a partisan political thing, because you just have to look for 2 seconds and you'll find a motherfucker on either side that's just, apparently you got Clarence Thomas getting gifts left and right as fucking, somebody sending him to Bali for vacation and fucking oiling him up on the beach. And then you got Nancy Pelosi fucking insider trading while her husband he's the one who trades the stocks, whatever. Insider trading, making fucking millions and millions and millions of dollars while she's been in Congress her whole life. You got fucking Trump, his son's fucking signing billion-dollar deals with the Saudis or whatever the fuck. And then you got Biden, his son's fucking working for the Ukrainians, oil companies, and his family is all signing construction contracts in the Middle East while we were at war over there. I mean, it's insane. Like, it's constant. I think actually Nancy Pelosi got beat out by a Republican, either congressman or senator here this last bit. I think he out-traded her, and these are the best stock traders in the world, these Congress people. It just so happens they're political giants and economic geniuses, and they can just trade better than like the Warren Buffetts of the world and shit like that. And it's pretty obvious they just fucking take whatever information. They just invest in companies they have oversight or impact on with the legislation they make, and then short it or or buy calls of the companies, or invest in the companies and fucking ride them to the moon after they're like, oh, look at that. This company's going to sign a multi-million-dollar deal with the United States government. Their stock just went up, but it just so happens I bought a shitload of it right before we said we were going to do that. Whoa, I mean, it's like, it's in plain sight, it's blatant, it's insane. And I mean, we can't really do anything about it as a normal person, but I mean, it's aggravating as all fuck. I mean, it chaps my ass, dude. It's literally crazy that we let this slide. I'm not allowed to say that on YouTube, but it's like, I'm not advocating for violence, okay? You gotta vote these fucking people out. You gotta get rid of them. And that's what I mean by get rid of them. Vote them out. You gotta get rid of these fucking people. They're money-hungry pieces of shit. And I don't know. It's like they're leveraging this political thing of left versus right and blah, blah, blah. I mean, it's definitely there somewhere. But they're using that as a distraction so they can basically, just seems like, suck all the money they can out of what is our government system, and use it in any way and manipulate it in any way to profit themselves, personal profit. And like I said, it takes 2 seconds. If you just Google United States government corruption, or Congress people making a bunch of money, or I don't know, fucking Hillary Clinton was going to like these colleges or these big companies and talking for an hour and getting paid $400,000. Like, it's obvious. It's right there. It's right in your face. It's not hard to find. Go look at it, and then be on my level about how pissed off it is while they say, yeah, we might have to raise your taxes because we're the budget's kind of out of whack, so we're gonna have to raise taxes on you while we make a couple million off the government goings-ons. And like I said, it's just insane. I mean, it's infuriating. You have to work your ass off just to scrape by, and I'm not saying I'm barely scraping by. I feel pretty good about what I'm doing. I hope you feel the same. I hope you're some of the people that are like, hey, inflation's bad, all this is bad, but I'm still trucking through this shit. Like, I don't give a fuck. I'm just going to do me and still get ahead. I don't care what happens. That's what I'm trying to do. I hope that's the same for you. But I know there's people out there really struggling. And I'm not mad for them, but I would want them to be upset about this too, because I'm mad enough, and it's fucking me over a little bit, but it's not fucking me over that much. But it's definitely fucking these people over that are basically already at a disadvantage. If you're poor, I mean, shit's just gonna get tougher, man. Like, that's all I can say. It's gonna get tougher. It's darkest before the dawn. It's about to get dark in this motherfucker. And I hope you're ready. And that's kind of why I'm making this YouTube channel, is like, one, just general knowledge. stay informed as best you can, and then prepare as best you can, and keep it moving. But it's wild that it's just a slap in the face that our government, our leaders, our politicians, it's just corrupt as all hell, and they skim off as much money as they fucking can off the top while you struggle, and while your family struggles, and while your friends fucking struggle. And then the second part of this that I wanted to get to ties right into that, because either over the weekend or late last week, Biden had a little fundraiser, and this isn't even a Biden thing necessarily, but it's just a political thing. They have these fundraisers. Obviously, they have the fundraiser. They got to get their money to fucking run for office, whatever. And they got to make promises to motherfuckers in the back room so they can get this money, so that they can make deals for these companies later on. But basically, his was a bunch of celebrities come to the thing. Barack Obama, obviously, he's the last Democratic president. Everybody loves Obama, apparently. I don't remember much. I was too young. But you got all these celebrities. You got Obama there. Everybody and their mom's there from like Hollywood or whatever the fuck, movie stars and stuff. I saw the one with Jack Black. He's talking, and I don't give a fuck what Jack Black's political opinions, whatever. I love Jack Black. He's good shit. Nacho Libre is still a good movie. I'll watch it again. But you got celebrities, multi-millionaires. I mean, hundreds of millionaires if they're probably a famous actor and shit like that, coming up to the stage and basically being like, we gotta vote for Joe Biden. He's gonna save us. And it's like, one, motherfucker, you don't need saved, bitch. Like, I get it if they're trying to argue that they think that Biden's gonna save the downtrodden of the country or whatever. Don't act like they give a fuck, dude. You're an absolute goofball if you think these celebrities standing on this fucking stage give one shit about you. They do not care. They don't care. They are literally, I don't know, you can't obviously say all of them, but a lot of them, there has to be some level of narcissism and shit like that to even being an actor, let alone being an actor for a long time and living in fucking LA and just being completely detached from regular life in LA, let alone fucking detached enough from life in Midwest. I'm in Ohio. There's nobody fucking like that here. And you got LA motherfuckers who live in their mansions up on the hills away from all the homeless people they got in LA telling you about, you gotta vote for Joe Biden. Donate to Joe Biden. We're the multimillionaires, and it's like, Jesus fuck, dude. If you're listening to what celebrities say, you might be fucking retarded. I don't know if you're supposed to say that on YouTube. There's not enough people watching this shit for me to really care. If you like follow celebrities like that and you idolize these fucking people, you're out of your goddamn mind. They don't care about you. They don't care about anything about what the fuck they're doing. And fucking points they can score in the court of public opinion, I guess, on Twitter, where they can be like, I went to Joe Biden's fundraiser and I spoke. Nobody gives a fuck, okay? One, I don't know if they're paying these people, but I would assume they might be paying them. But you got movie stars telling you to donate your fucking money to a political campaign. Why don't they come off some of the fucking money? Don't get me wrong. I'm sure they're coming off some. If you're worth $100 million, you don't need $100 million then, bitch. Come off fucking $20 million. Give it to Biden yourself. Why the fuck are you asking regular people to give money? I don't know who donates to political campaigns. I made a video back a little while ago when Trump got convicted. His donations went through the roof, and they're like, a third of them were like first-time donors or something like that. You will never in a million years. Okay, let's dial it back. Maybe if I'm ultra rich, then I'll start donating money to political campaigns to fucking bend shit to my will or something if I have to still work within the fucked up system we got going on. While I'm making sub 150K a year, you ain't fucking smelling a cent of my money, bro. No political campaign is getting a dime off me. Not a chance in hell, bro. These people suck ass. Why would I give you money? So you can fuck me with it? Like, what is the point? And then they come out on the stage and ask you to give your hard-earned money up. I mean, yeah, I know your grocery bill went up fucking 20% over the last 2 years. I know your car insurance is up 20% and you got a 5% raise last year. Can you spare some change for Joe Biden? Can you? Got the cup and fucking chinka, chini, chin, chin. Can you spare a couple fucking dimes for Joe Biden? Dude, fuck off. that's all I got. Honestly, that's a good get it off my chest, burn some time on the way home. It's looking like it's going to be a good week. It's going to be fucking upper 90s in Ohio all week, so I'll be sweating my ass off every day home on the drive home, so can't wait for that. I'll catch you guys tomorrow.